Whether you're a brand new Amazon seller or you're an established one with some good cash flow coming in, you should keep watching this video because in this video, I'm going to be giving you 15 things I wish I knew before launching a product on Amazon. I mean, really, this is some great advice, business advice in general, whether you're launching a physical product or a service-based business. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Real quick, if you don't know me, my name is Ian Smith and I run an Amazon marketing agency called Evolve Media Agency. At EMA, we completely revamp Amazon listings by doing top-tier product photo and video shoots at affordable prices. Then we edit those images into high-converting, sales-driving infographics by inserting powerful sales copy that drives Amazon shoppers to make a purchase. We also create videos that can be used in multiple places on product detail pages, as well as in PPC ads and TikTok ads. Lastly, we do a lot of ad management and help sellers obtain their Amazon customer data like their names, mailing addresses, emails, and phone numbers. This comes in handy for off-Amazon marketing campaigns. So if you want to get access to our Amazon listing checklist, browse our blogs, or book a free consulting call with me, then head over to emaamz.com. So now let's carry on with the video. All right, so my first piece of advice for you when starting an Amazon product business or just scaling an Amazon product business is to understand your customer lifetime value and your average order value. Know why that is super important, right? Because I would look at it over a year's perspective. So how much money can you extract from each customer over the course of a year and try to get that number as high as possible. I would be completely honest with you and tell you that you need to be at least $50 to $75 per customer with margins of at least 1/5 of your overall sales price. And this is going to really help you with overall being profitable. You know, Amazon takes a lot of fees. There are a lot of other fees included with launching and selling products on Amazon, like all those PPC fees and the fulfillment fees and storage fees and the commission that they charge. And there's a lot of fees. It adds up quickly. So you really need to make sure you get your average customer order value and your customer lifetime value as high as possible to offset many of these fees and to make sure that you're actually a profitable business. Tip number 2, customer support is very, very important. Negative words travel faster than positive words. So if you work on providing the best customer experience, the best customer support, you know, this is actually Amazon's motto. So just take a little note from their playbook. But when you provide the best customer service, if they reach out to you, if you have any kind of communication with your customers in general, and then also when you deliver your product and they actually see your packaging and they see the stuff inside there, you want to make sure that that process goes very smoothly and that they want to buy from you again and that they want to tell all their buddies and friends and family to go buy from you, because positive words is what's going to help you get that average customer lifetime value a lot higher and get them to buy your other products, right? Get them to come back and buy from you again if you do sell a consumable product. So definitely put a high value on your customer support and make sure that is as good as it can be. Tip number 3, invest in partnerships. Spend time on creating new partnerships, whether they are with suppliers, other brands, you know, even your competition. Create good partnerships with them if there can be something there, right? Also with other brands that are not necessarily your competitors. Create partnerships with influencers, with affiliates. Overall, play nice with the other kids in the sandbox. The more you can play nice and have some really good relationships with other sellers, other people on your level, then the more likely you will succeed and have a long career with selling stuff on Amazon and being your own boss and being a business owner. Amazon seller advice tip number 4, got to plug in some of those SEO keywords, you know, but tip number 4 is to know the power of consumable products. Consumable products are ultimately the best route to go because it goes back to that whole lifetime value, average order value thing. If you can get one customer, because it's expensive to acquire that customer for the very first time. So if you can acquire them and then sell them a lot over the course of a year, that's the way that you want to go. You want to be able to get a customer to buy from you monthly or on a regular basis and get that value of that customer, you know, the revenue that that customer gives you over a year's basis as high as possible, and then expand your product line from there and get them to buy your other products so that this customer is not only buying one from you over and over and over, but they're also buying 2, 3, and 4 different products from you on a regular basis, and then they're telling their buddies, you're providing them great customer support, you're incentivizing them to, be a great customer by giving them discounts and keeping them loyal to you and your brand, and ultimately you're scaling your business from there because this customer loves your product, loves your brand, loves your overall motto and things like that, and they're gonna go and be a brand ambassador for you. Tip number 5 is to have a wide range and variety of product photos. You wanna have a lot of photos with people actually using your product. This is gonna be great for social proof. You can put these photos all over your listing, in your EBC, in your main product photos area. You can get these people to post them as product photo reviews. You can put them on your website. You can use it in your marketing, in your TikTok videos, in your off Amazon ads and things like that. So this is gonna help you with social proof, relaying that credibility and really showing that you're a leader in your product niche, in your overall space. These kind of product photos do a great job of building that trust and rapport and showing that you're an authority in your space because a lot of people are using your product and liking your product enough to actually take a picture with them holding up your product. Tip number 6 is along the same lines with, social proof, but it's with video. So try and get a lot of third-party videos created because this is also great for building trust, showing that you're a brand leader, getting authority in your space, and overall building trust and credibility with shoppers out there so that you can get more referrals, sell more products easily, get more reviews, and overall scale your brand so that when you are ready to sell it off, you've got a pretty nice asset there to actually sell off for a good multiple. So basically, tip number 6 and tip number 5 are investing in creative assets, photos and videos, showing people using your product. Invest in paying influencers, micro-influencers preferably because they're cheaper and you still get the job done where you have that video or photo asset, right? If I hired a micro-influencer and then I hired an expensive big-time influencer, I may get about the same value. I mean, the more expensive influencer may be better for driving traffic to me by leveraging their audience, but sometimes the platforms don't always work that well, and the organic reach on these platforms is sometimes not so great. TikTok has some great virality. You can get a video to go viral pretty easily on TikTok, but as far as like an Instagram or even YouTube, sometimes it's not always the best to hire influencers and rely on their audience to drive traffic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm saying a safe and more guaranteed route is to go with the micro-influencer so that you can at the very least leverage their video in your marketing campaigns on your different website pages out there, and that's going to give you a lot of trust and credibility with those shoppers on those platforms. Tip number 7 is to expand to different marketplaces faster than you may think. So with Amazon, it's actually fairly easy, fairly simple to go from the US marketplace to the Canadian marketplace to the European marketplaces. So I recommend doing this faster. If you start to see some stuff happen, the US marketplace, in my opinion, is going to be the most competitive. There are like way more sellers on the USA marketplace than there is on the European marketplace or even the Canadian marketplace. So if you see that some of these sales start to happen in these different marketplaces, then quickly expand to the others. So many sellers are quick to try and launch in the USA marketplace, but it's the highest, competitive marketplace. So you may have some better luck with first launching in Canada or in all the other different, even Mexico, or test out different marketplaces and see which is going to work best for you. Tip number 8 is to get customer feedback and actually act on it. Value customer feedback. If somebody is telling you something negative about your product, listen. Maybe make changes. Maybe on the next round of inventory that you purchase, or maybe don't buy a big round of inventory at first. Maybe buy small amounts of inventory so that you can get focus groups going, get your product into people's hands, get their feedback, and then make changes to your product so that you can overcome some of those negative things that you're hearing. But definitely take into consideration what customers are saying about your product and then try to actually change. Don't just discredit them and push their feedback. Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just a hater. Don't do that. Focus on what they're saying and ask more questions. Create focus groups where you can get like non-biased opinions from people so that you can really dive into like, what exactly are you saying here that I should improve? I should do this. So that's a good way to invest your time. Amazon seller tip number 9 is to pivot. Learn how to pivot, learn how to seek out new opportunities, always be looking for greener pastures, always be launching new products and testing things out. And obviously try not to spend a whole buttload of money on testing new products, but try to test before you invest big dollars because you never know if you could be discovering a big blue ocean. And so I see so many sellers going all in on one product and really just trying to make that work. And really, if it's not working after you've put in a ton of effort and resources, resources, maybe you should move on. Keep it there, reduce your amount of time and focus and energy that you're putting into it, and then maybe look into other things. But there's a balance between dabbling too much and not dabbling enough where you're just focusing on one thing and trying to make fetch happen. That's a little movie reference, but don't try to make a square peg fit into a round hole. You gotta be testing, you gotta learn how to pivot, change directions, sometimes change your branding, sometimes change things that are very uncomfortable to change. I mean, look at Facebook. They're a gigantic company and all of a sudden they're changing their name from Facebook to Meta. A stupid name like Meta, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me, but be open to pivoting and changing your mind, changing your direction of your company. Tip number 10 is to not get comfortable and always be hustling. Hustle through the slow times, hustle through the busy time, the times where you're making a lot of money, making a lot of sales. Keep hustling and keep your amount of hustle static. If anything, increase your amount of hustle by once you start getting cash flow, then expand your team and get more people so that you can increase your amount of hustle. And it's not necessarily you doing all the hustling, but keep hustling hard because, right now it seems like the economy is headed towards some dark times. We'll see what happens, but if you keep hustling through the dark times and you keep hustling through the bright times, overall, you'll probably have a nice cash flowing business that lasts over the long term. Tip number 11 is investing in scaling your business by investing in different people, different marketing strategies, like I mentioned before, different products, testing different things, not just on products, but testing out different marketing strategies, different people on your team. Don't be scared to test. I'm talking to myself right now because I am scared to test. I am scared to hire somebody new and test them out. And if they don't work out, then I just wasted a whole bunch of time and money and energy and stress potentially. So I know that it is hard to do, but I'm just giving you a little reminder, be okay with testing different things that you may not feel super comfortable with testing. You never know if you're gonna meet that one person that is gonna really help you just level up your business, or they may introduce you, maybe in a form of a partnership where they may introduce you to somebody and then that, new vendor, new supplier, new sales place, all of a sudden brings in a whole bunch of money into your pocket, or makes your operations a whole lot easier, or makes it very easy for you to test a whole bunch of new products because maybe they're a manufacturer and they've got all these different products laying around that they're not moving and they want to be able to get more eyeballs on them, and you have the ability to do that. So just always be open-minded and test different things. Tip number 12 is to diversify your product offering. Now, I kind of already talked about this, but I'm going to say it again. So when you have your product lineup, test different types of products. I was talking to a guy the other day that is selling some products in the laundry room space. He sells products around laundry, right? And so we started brainstorming. I started giving him ideas for consumable type of products to sell in the laundry room space, different detergents, different types of soaps, fabric softeners, like things that you can put in there. So brainstorm different products that you can potentially offer in your space, and then actually diversify your product line and launch a good variety of products so that you can potentially get your current customers buying other products from you. Tip number 13 is to build a brand and not just a one-time product that just sells, right? Those are little cash flow machines, and they're great if you can have this one product that does a few thousand or several $1,000s per month. That's great, but ultimately you want to be at the place where you have a brand that is overall doing several $1,000s per month. It really makes a lot of sense when you want to sell your business. A buyer is going to look at your business and think you're a more stable business when you have like 5 to 10 different products that are selling on a regular basis versus just one product that may be selling that same amount as 10 different products. If you got one product doing $100K a month, that's cool and all, it's great cash flow, but long-term wise, it may not work out for you. But if you got like 5 to 10 products that are doing 100,000 per month total in revenue, that may be a longer term sales opportunity for you. And then going back to tip number 7, when I talked about expanding to different marketplaces, once you have a good product line that is selling through, let's just say in the US marketplace, get those products in the other marketplaces, Canada, Europe, places like that, because those are blue oceans, right? They don't have as many products to offer. So as you expand, also expand to different marketplaces. Tip number 14, and really this should have been closer to tip number 1, 2, and 3, it is to get brand registered on Amazon. I don't know why, but when you're brand registered, Amazon unlocks a whole lot of special features for your account. Like you're able to create a storefront. You're able to then do Amazon posts. You're able to create EBC content. You're able able to have videos on your listings, overall sell your product a whole lot better once you're brand registered. So I highly recommend to you get brand registered as quick as you can so that you can unlock all these cool features on Amazon that's going to ultimately help you build more trust and credibility with those shoppers and overall increase the conversion rate of your listing page and overall sell more products. Get brand registered as soon as you can. And my last and final tip number 15 for you is to get your Amazon customer data. Try your best to own your Amazon customer data. We actually have a service that can help you get your customer name, mailing address, email, and phone number. If you want to sign up or look at this service, go to ema.evolvemedia.agency. That's where you can sign up for this actual tool that we have, this service that we have. We're able to extract the last 3 to 4 months of customer transactions. It'll include their order ID number, their name, their shipping address, their price that they paid, stuff like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't include their ASIN or the exact product that they ordered, but hey, at least we're getting where we can, right? Then when we get that name and shipping address, then we're gonna do an email append and get the email for that, and then get the phone number if you want that as well. So definitely try to own your Amazon customer data, because once you have it, then you can market to them off Amazon. You can upload it as a custom audience to Facebook, Google, TikTok. You can send them a mailer postcard. You can do some email marketing to them. Now, just a little disclaimer, this isn't super in line with Amazon TOS, right? Amazon only wants you communicating with Amazon customers through the Amazon platform. So any kind of communication off the platform is against TOS. So just a disclaimer for you. But the more Amazon customer data that you own, the ownership you have over your customers, and the more that you can actually talk to them, the more likely you'll be able to cross-sell them and get them to buy your other products in your lineup. And then when you want to launch a new product, it'll probably do a lot better, because you actually can reach your past customers and say, hey, you know how you bought this Apple Watch band? Well, we've got another really cool Apple Watch band that you can buy if you want the pink version instead of the green version or something like that. So definitely recommend trying to get some ownership over your customer data. A lot of different reasons why it's helpful. And then also when you go to sell your business, having access to your customer data is super important. So hopefully these 15 tips were helpful for you. Hopefully I didn't carry on too long with this video. I know this video is getting kind of long. Thank you for watching. Click that thumbs up button. If you're still watching this video, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.